Real quick, let me tell you about Sundrop, best citrus soda in the South. No, let me do it again. Best citrus soda in the solar system that happens to be from the South. You get it. Anyway, we like to make adult beverages with it from time to time, and I believe we have a new one here today. One of my interns is flipping out. He's panicking. Where's the solo cup? I had it right here. What do you got for us today?
We have Sundrop.
Well, you don't have to make it. Just
and
tell
Fireball.
me.
Yes, this time we do. And
Okay.
Fireball. And we're calling it Drop It Like It's Hot. So
That sounds delicious. Snoop Dogg would be proud. All right, I say we start the show. What do you say, boys?
Yeah.
Sounds like a yes
Please.
to me. Alan Jackson.
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in bib overalls, living next to the woods. Likes to eat sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved down to Hickory, headed for Southern Cal. Wound up on TV and films, making popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, cause he's in Hickory. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Reed.
Wow. Hey, that's me. That's my name. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in and watching another Countryish podcast. What up, peeps? Episode 193 we're on. And today's show, it's like a pizza pie made out of mosh pit mud south of Portland. It'll make sense here in a little bit. In small town news, the Burning Man almost got put out. In Best Trends, we're going to talk about the Duke Blue Devils embarrassing Clemson. And of course, we're going to talk about the rich men north of Richmond. It's been a minute since I've been here, so we got a lot to catch up on. Also, I've got more money to give away. Looky here, we got residual checks for days. Hell, I might give 2 of them away tonight, since we haven't done a show in a while. So, yeah, stick around for your chance to win one of my residual checks. And we are live right now on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Leave me a comment. Talk to me in real time. I want to be interactive with you. I got interns in here checking comments. Look, I got 2 of them right here. Sergeant Mark having 8 balls deep, and sitting next to him is his intern Elliot. And then over here, if I walk you around the room, we got a very handsome guy, very sanitized guy, always washing his hands. The very John Stamos' little brother, Marcus Stamos.
Hello.
How you
I
doing?
was getting the oil off my hands.
Oh, I thought you were.
This 17 blend cheese pizza that we got today.
Yeah, it's very
it's
good.
so oily, it's so good though. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, let me ask y'all a question. What's the best music festival you've ever been to? Think about that. Put it in the comments section. You go to music festivals much, Marcus?
No.
I know.
Went to a
I haven't
couple.
been to a lot. I've been to Bonnaroo. That was fun. But y'all leave it in the comments section. We'll talk about it here in a minute. And I say we get right into our first segment. What say you, boys?
Morning.
Okay. Well, I can't ignore this. I got to talk about this real quick. It is National Cheese Pizza Day. You know how there's all these ridiculous, I call them irrational national holidays? There's one every day. There's usually like 3 or 4 every day.
I wonder
Well,
where do those come from?
I don't know. I think if you can submit your a national day to this calendar and they just put it up.
What if it's one guy or if it's like a group of people that sit down and decide if they want to make a day out of that?
Right. Well, I just get from this one website called National Day Calendar. But I told my intern Ball, I said, get us a cheese pizza. And I think I said, get crazy with it. Get as many cheeses. There's tons of cheeses out there, Marcus.
Yeah, I do know that.
Can you name me 5 cheeses? Go.
Cheddar, Swiss, mozzarella, blue,
Blue.
American.
American.
Cheese.
Parmesan.
Ricotta. Parmesan.
Yep.
Gouda.
Yep.
So, what all do we get on this pizza?
There was ricotta, Parmesan, mozzarella, cheddar. I think there was some like regular American cheese, like they put on the subs. I basically told them to put everything on, but the kitchen sink.
They didn't put they did not put marinara sauce on here. Instead of putting marinara sauce, the red sauce, it's ricotta cheese. And it's so good.
It is.
Where'd you get this from?
It's from Tony's Pizza. It's down next to Target, so probably a couple of miles from here. So, but everything on that menu looked good. Subs, wings, pizza.
I didn't play on this part. Shout out Tony's Pizza. And they're not even a sponsor.
Yet. We might have to negotiate.
Hey, Elliot, you found me a napkin, buddy. I appreciate you. Good to see you.
You're going to get zits all
He's
that.
gotten skinny too.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to get zits from all that oil from that pizza.
Good.
You're going to break out.
I know. Get a bowl. All right, what do you want to talk about first? Richmond, north of Richmond, or football, college football? What happened?
Let's go football.
Okay, did you see this game?
Yep.
Duke beat the crap out of Clemson. And it wasn't like, okay, so for those of you who are not in the Carolinas, I know this does not mean much to you. It doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I'm an NC State guy. Go Wolfpack. By the way, we did win. So we are 1-0, tied for first place in all of the land.
Absolutely.
So,
Take it.
but you know who is not? You know who is 0-1? Clemson. That's right. They got beat by Duke, and Duke is notoriously bad at football.
Yeah, you're not talking about their basketball program. Their
No.
football is just usually non-existent.
Basketball's their thing, and here they are beating ranked Clemson, ranked number 8 or something.
Number 9.
Number 9. And I don't know when the last time they beat Clemson was, but I was happy to see this because I always, knowing that NC State will probably never win the national title, I'm hopeful every year.
So this makes you feel
And
better.
what makes me happy is when a ranked team goes down. So I don't really care for Duke, but I was happy that Clemson, because they were ranked, got beat. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a hometown kid that plays for Duke that went to high school here locally. Girl we went to high school with, son, Brandon Johnson.
Brandon Johnson plays for Duke.
Yes, sir. He's
And
a
what
starter.
position does he play?
He's a defensive back, number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he make
did
some
well.
tackles?
Yep, he did.
Well, good for him for beating Clemson. No one expected this.
Yeah.
I mean, Duke wasn't. Did they have a good year last year? Do we know?
Decent. Yeah, pretty good.
Carolina
Made a
won. So I know the Allen Jackson's happy about that. Who did y'all beat?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Carolina Bowl.
Gamecock.
Yeah. Y'all beat off them cocks. Good job. Y'all are good at that. So congrats to Carolina, I guess. Congrats to NC State.
Colorado.
Congrats to Duke.
Deion Sanders won.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
That's more of a bigger story
It
because
is.
that's national. Deion Sanders' team, Colorado, beat TCU.
TCU.
Didn't TCU play in the championship
They
game
were in the
last year?
championship game, and Georgia trounced all over them.
Was Colorado ranked?
Colorado
No.
was not ranked. So that's 2 teams that were not ranked that beat 2 teams that were.
I love
it. Respectively, number 9 Clemson, and then number 16 or 17 for TCU.
Oh, that's great. That makes me happy.
17 for TCU, and they beat them last second. They stayed all the way into it to the last bit.
I didn't get a chance to watch that game, but I would like to go back and watch Deion on the sidelines,
That's
like
good.
how he acted and what was going on.
He
You
can
know
only
he's-
walk.
I know did he
got some
lose a
feet.
couple toes?
He's got
Yeah.
some feet issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's having a hard time. But
But you know he was having a proud papa moment. The quarterback's his son. 500 yards.
The quarterback for Colorado is his son?
It is his son.
Why did I not- I didn't know
510
this.
yards.
Holy crap! This is going to be a great story.
he's got 2 sons. He's got another son.
I'm sure
on
he's
that
got
team.
a lot of sons.
On the team. He's got 2 kids on the team.
Yeah, on the team, yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? He's got a lot of sons, you think?
I bet he's got children's in lots of places. But he's got 2 on the team.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And what does the other one do?
He plays defense.
Defense. And now this is going to be fun to watch. This is going to be a fun college year.
I've already ordered a Colorado shirt. I did yesterday. So
Prime time.
it's going to be fun.
Old Buffaloes.
Yeah. Well, good for him. I was watching a thing on Netflix called BS High. You seen this?
I saw the preview. I want to actually sit down and actually watch it though, but it caught my eye yesterday.
Have you heard of it? BS
No, I
High.
haven't.
I forgot what it's not. It's an actual. It's a fake high school. Oh God.
It's give me a second.
Yeah.
Well, I've never heard of it. On Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Actually, HBO.
Oh, sorry, HBO. And it's a docu-series or just one documentary about this coach who conned his way onto ESPN. He conned tons of people. He made a fake high school. He recruited kids who were like in their 20,
Yeah.
playing against 15, 16-year-olds, and he still got his ass
So
whooped.
they were literally a BS high
Yeah,
school.
but what does the BS stand for?
For his sake, it was Bishop Sycamore High School.
Yeah, so he made up a high school called Bishop Sycamore.
Nice. That's a good name.
And
I
they
would believe it.
played on national television against another very good high school team, and they got the final score was like 63-2 or nothing. So that was hilarious. It's a good. I recommend watching that. It's pretty good. Well, congrats to Dion. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
I don't think he meant for the BS. Like it.
I
in
think that
this
was an
show, they go
accidental-
like, did he even know that the BS was part of this? Because it was Bishop Sycamore. And then for the HBO, they made it BS High. So
What that stands for.
that's.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm excited for this season, though. I'm ready to see
Yeah.
between the college and NFL. I'm just ready to get it going.
I am too. So ready. Well, here's something else that we missed while we were out. Rich men north of Richmond. Dude, that thing just caught fire.
Yeah, that came out about the middle of August probably when that kind of hit.
Well,
me.
we haven't
Yeah.
done a show.
But and in that little bit of time, he's exploded.
I remember this happening when I was sitting with my dad in
Was that Wake Forest?
Baptist. Yeah,
Wake
Wake
Baptist.
Forest Baptist Hospital. When we were trying to figure out what's going to happen, this thing was hitting big time, and rightly so. Well, number one, let's give props to the orange beard. All right, I feel like we're probably
ginger.
related.
Your cousins.
He's a good ginger. He's a little taller than me. Probably way more talented than me. Now, he can sing. He can write. Came out of nowhere. Rich men north of Richmond. And I love it. I agree with everything he says in this song. And I was sitting there next to my dad, inspired, just trying to kill the time. My dad was just asleep most of the time. So I'm sitting here listening to this thing, and I started writing different lyrics.
Okay.
Because I thought, I want to contribute. I wish it were a longer song. It seems kind of short.
It does.
I want more of it. So I thought I want to write extra verses for this song, but with a different angle. He's writing about rich men north of Richmond. Now that only includes the east side of the country. What about the west side of the country? What about the poor men south of Portland?
Okay.
Huh? On the west
see where you're
coast.
going.
You see what I did? It's the same sentiment. I'm not saying I disagree with him. I'm just saying he's
You're hitting the other
singing it
branch.
from his point of view. I'm going to sing it from their point of view. All right? Now, you're going to have to bear with me because I haven't done this yet. I'm not a great singer, but I'm going to try to match my words with the karaoke version
All
of
right.
Rich Men North of Richmond. I'm going to screw it up, but let's just give it a whirl, the Alan Jackson, see what happens. I've been selling my soul, working all day. Hang on. Pause it. I think I went too far. Oh, yeah. Sorry. No, that was the other version. Okay, rewind. Do it again. They got a house in the hills, two by the bay, while sitting on their ass all damn day. A private jet in the sky just a flying away to a private island the whole month of May. Ain't they lucky? Lord, they ain't got a clue about people like me or people like you. Lord, it must be nice, but for only a few, yeah, it is. poet is living in the new world with an old soul. Here it comes. Us poor men south of Portland, Lord knows it's all starting to take a toll. They want to know what they think. I want to know what they do. And I don't think they know that we sure fucking do. That they're living high on the hog. They are the 1% because of us poor men south of Portland. There you go. Not bad. Tried to make it work.
Never know, man. It could.
I wish Bud Light would just make a good beer and not care if you're queer. Oh, I messed that up. I wish Bud Light would just make a good beer and not care if you're queer. We got floods in the streets, extreme fucking heat, and y'all can't stop talking about your gin deer. Well, I screwed the whole thing up.
Leave it to the
But
fresh.
you get it. I mean, I really want like Justin Clyde Williams to sit down with me
Yeah.
and go note for note with this version. And we should record it and say, hey, in addition to, I'll read you the rest of the lyrics. I wish Bud Light would just make a good beer and not give a damn if you're straight or you're queer. We got floods in the street, extreme freaking heat, and y'all can't stop talking about your gin deer. Well, God, if you were born... I'm sorry, Mom, but I forgot this is kind of dirty. Well, God, if you're born with a dick and you got 2 balls, taxes ought not to pay for you to chop it all off.
Oh.
Young girls are trying to compete in a swim frickin' meet, and this country just turns its head and coughs. Man, this country sure has gotten soft. Yeah, that's it. They got a house in the hills and 2 by the bay, just sitting on their ass all damn day. Isn't that pretty good?
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, you never know. It might
Did that
hit.
sitting next to my dad. Now, if we actually tried hard, and it got Justin Clyde Williams because he can play that. That's not hard to play.
Nah.
And he could actually sound better than me if he were to sing these words. I don't know if he would though. But anyway, I'm digging it. I'm happy for that guy. I've heard what all have you heard about this guy?
He's just a regular old guy that.
Well, he got offered money.
Well, he's turned down a lot of money apparently. I don't know what's wrong with him there, but
I don't know. Maybe it came with some strings attached.
he'll get it.
He didn't want to have that corporate tie, but he's another one of those that's got Carolina ties. And when he released that song, it was at a like a farm fest here in North Carolina, Braco Fork, North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
But it's funny how some of this stuff has
was
still got ties to North Carolina.
Yeah. He did not want to become a rich man, so he did not take the money.
Yep.
He will become a rich man somehow. I mean, he should. He should get rewarded for this. I'm sure if he has his own YouTube channel, that thing has made money by now.
Yeah, he's definitely made some money off of that.
And I mean, dude, if I could give you any advice, take the money, dude. You don't have to. You could take the money and you could help the people in your community. You don't have to keep it.
Oh, very true. You can sit there
Just
and
take it
decide
and
how
give it to the poor people.
Yeah.
Try to help. Oh, you give it to me, man. I'll take it. Take it off your hands. Anyway, that was what was trending, everybody. I forgot to even open it. I forgot to do the opening. It's been a minute. Normally I go, what I do here is I go to Twitter, click on the hashtag, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
We're all out of practice.
Alan had that
that
queued up
would
for
have
nothing.
been, ooh, that was the best trends. That's what we talked about. All right. Okay. Well, I want to thank you, boys, and everybody at home watching this. It's been a hell of a last couple of months. Hell, the last 5 years have been tough. Popsicle has passed away, and we had a memorial service for him last week. What's today? Tuesday? So it'd have been
last
like 6
Wednesday.
days ago.
So today's
Yeah,
the
last
5th.
Wednesday.
We did the memorial service, and I was very happy with the turnout. I want to say thank you if you came to that. It was great. Over 200 people were there.
Plus, your mom live streamed it.
My mom wanted to live stream it on her page for the people in her Sunday school class who couldn't come. And they watched it at home. thanks to the sheriff's department and the honor guard for coming and doing their thing. They did a 21 gun salute at the end.
Yep. Scared me.
Excellent job.
Yeah, folded the flag and then presented it to my mom. That part was tough.
Yeah.
Sheriff Don Brown. So they folded this flag, they marched it over to the sheriff, gave it to him. He walked over to where my mom was sitting, knelt down on one knee and whispered like the sweetest thing about Dad. And y'all didn't hear all that, but I was right there. And I just couldn't look at him like, I'm going to bawl. And I was like, I know Mom was trying not to cry too. It was very good, very touching. So
That's a good man. Don's a good one.
yeah, Don's a good one. And I think my dad would have been happy with his memorial service.
You did a great job, by the way. You really
you.
done him justice. Yeah, he would have been very
tough.
proud of you getting up and talking. Did good.
Yeah. Well, Mom and Jason said they're not talking.
Yeah.
They're
Always up to you.
they're shy anyway.
Oh yeah.
Public speaking is one of the scariest
I
things
think
ever.
Jason
especially
probably
when it's-
more than your mother.
When it's
Yeah.
so personal, because
Well, that's the thing too. It's not just public speaking. It's public speaking about your dad or your husband who passed away. You combine all that. I mean, most people at funerals or memorial services, the immediate family doesn't always talk at all. Mm-hmm. But I felt like I had to because I've been talking about my dad forever, and I felt like I had to get up there and say something, and that's why I did it. Mm-hmm. And I told Mom and Jason, write whatever you want, give it to me. I'll organize it in such a way that it's coherent and makes sense, and I'll read it on your behalf. And so that's what I did. I got up and I thanked everybody, and then I read what I wrote, and I read what Jason wrote, and then I read what Mom wrote. And yeah, I think he would have been proud. I went back and looked at it. As a performer, I think I rushed through it too fast. And the only reason I did that was because it was a lot of stuff. We could have been there till midnight had I taken my time with that. 2, had I slowed down and read it at a normal pace or, a presentable pace, it would have given me an opportunity to bawl. And I did not want to cry because had I started crying, I don't think I could have finished it. And so I had to speed through it just so I could get through it. Had it been about anybody else's ditty, I'd have been fine. But it was about my ditty, and it was tough. But yeah, I think he would have been proud.
Definitely,
I think he would have been proud. Now, I'm not the only one who lost a dad. Mark Ball, this is so crazy. Almost all of us in this room. What's this guy's name sitting next to you?
I picked him up at
How long
Lowe's.
has he been sitting there?
What's he doing here?
6 years.
What's he want?
But Mark Ball lost a dad in about, 3 months?
3
in
months.
About 3 months, Stamos' dad, your dad, and my dad all passed away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, something about them dads.
Yeah.
And I can relate with how you're saying it because one thing, when you do your performances, you're looking at audience interaction and stuff like that. So that setting is a little bit different. And when I had to do it for my dad, having the speakers right there and having that feedback coming right back at me, I felt like I was rushed too. And then when I got to the end where I actually slowed down, I did that. I choked up. And
It's if you slow down, it gives you your emotions time to kick in.
and when it does, it squeezes.
And then you can't go back to
It's worse than any cramp I've ever had because you try to push forward and still continue to read what's in front of you, and it's tough.
Do you notice the hat I'm wearing?
Yes,
Joel Fry,
Another
my
one.
brother from another mother, the guy who sings the opening to this song. His dad passed away.
Yeah, I forgot about that's another one. Yeah,
Not long ago.
Sure did, like a week ago, maybe.
So can we be done with this now?
I'm saying
No more-
we need to go out and bubble wrap all these remaining dads and make sure they make it to 2024.
Right. Yeah. All right. So thanks for coming, Ball. I saw you there. Thanks for coming, Mark. Saw you there.
Sir.
Alan Jackson was there. Elliot, what the hell, man?
I was out of state. I apologize.
That's no excuse. I could probably never forgive you for this.
Unless you were in jail.
I was there in spirit.
Were you locked up
Did you watch it online then?
in the hospital?
Did you really? Oh, I was just kidding. Yeah. I thought
You know
he
he's
was going to say no, and then I was going to make him feel bad about that.
Yeah.
I
No,
asked
Elliot.
Isaiah well in advance what
Yeah.
the plans were for that.
Yeah. And the guys who, at West Hickory Baptist, you know, the guy, I forgot the kid's name. He's like a Coble at the West Hickory Baptist. He did a good job.
Sound guy?
Recording it, yeah. Yeah, so, and Alan did it.
Every
from
church has got a Coble.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Yeah. So rest in peace. Let's pour one out. Well, try not to get on the floor. I should have pre-planned this. I'm just going to pour one out for all the dads who just passed away. All the past dads, this is for you right there. And then for me, I'll chug it.
Spend as much time with your dad as you can. Go do things with your dad.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you never know. So
You never know,
Spend all
and
the
if
time you
you-
can with your dad. Make memories. Go somewhere. Do something with him.
That's one, and I said that in the memorial about one of the things that my dad really wanted us to have, me and Jason, was experiences. Do stuff.
Yep, I remember.
Go out, and he sent us to Russia. That's an experience.
Yeah, who does that? That's expensive.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
we,
do that.
we raised money for that too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I had to sell socks.
Nice. Tube socks. Great.
I remember going door to door. Would you like to buy
You sell
pair
any
of
to
socks.
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Some Duke socks?
tube socks?
Tube socks, yeah.
Yeah,
$3 a pair?
yeah. We sold
And
a
you
lot
got
of socks.
you got 50 cents per pair, I bet.
Yeah, something dumb. My uncle Dickie, that's his name, had some connection to the hosiery mill business or something, and he got a bunch of these socks for like nothing. He said, "Just go sell socks."
What?
Yeah.
The whole school do that, or just you
No,
and
no,
Jason?
just my uncle Dickie, just me and Jason,
sold socks.
just on our own. Yeah.
You know, most people do, you know, Krispy Kreme donuts or chocolates or whatever. You guys do tube socks.
Look, it's what we got. You're gonna need socks at some point.
Hey, but it got you to Russia. You know,
Funny.
So that was all my dad. He's like, he wanted us to have these experiences, you know. And he, even when I, at the end, I told one of my favorite quotes that my dad said was, "There's a lot of road out there, boys. A lot of road out
That's
there. Go
something.
get you some."
That's something John Wayne would say.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty good little.
And me and my brother, we were like laugh at that. That was a running joke for a long time. Like, some people say this, some people say that. Dad says there's a lot of road out there.
Yeah.
So we'd always, but I think that was another way of him saying that's opportunities. There's who knows what the end of these roads. Go find out.
Yeah, he was probably excited when you moved to California too.
He was.
Yeah, glad. You were
Also
getting out.
sad, and because of him, I was able to move back home. You know, when I told him I was ready to come home, I flew my dad out first class because I wanted him to have that experience, just like he gave me experiences.
Yeah.
And then we packed all my stuff up. Couldn't get a U-Haul though because you could not buy or rent a U-Haul because everyone had the same idea of getting the hell out of California.
I wonder why.
And so we had to buy a trailer. And my dad looked up a trailer online and we bought it, packed it up, and drove it all the way. One of the baked potato looking trailers,
Yeah.
just silver. We packed all my stuff in that. We drove across the country, taking turns driving.
I don't know how your car made it that far.
I don't either. That
Ford
Mercury
Explorer,
Mountaineer.
right? Or
It was a
Mercury-
Mercury Mountaineer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
With
a
like
2000.
400,000 miles on it, probably.
Yeah, it would make a.
Ticking.
Yeah, it did a tick noise.
It wasn't a Hemi.
Yeah. And so we took turns. One guy would sleep in the back, and one guy would drive. And we made it. But I'm so happy that I
Yeah.
have that time with him.
Yeah, because that was pretty soon thereafter when he had a
Right.
stroke, a couple months.
Right after
maybe.
that, Thanksgiving Day. You were there?
Yeah, yeah.
Stroke happened. And it was all downhill after that. So, no more sadness. It is time to get happy, and that is what we're going to do.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go to
My
a
dad
festival.
would want the show to go. You're right. Let's go to a
Let's do
music
it.
festival. Let's go to Burning Man.
Whatever that is.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't know what Burning Man is.
All right, let's
Explain
move on
this
to the
me.
next segment. Let's wrap that up. All right. You know what I like to do here is, let's see. I forgot how I opened this. It's been a minute since I've done this.
Wait a minute.
Oh, there's a lot of negative things going on in the world. Politics, Putin's, pandemics. We ignore those. We do happy, weird things that happen in small towns all over the world. It can be best described by Justin Clyde Williams.
We're just small town dudes with small town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
Thank you, Justin Clyde. Real quick, I know you guys are looking in the comments section. Anything of note?
A lot of condolences. There's a lot of compliments in reference to the new song lyrics that you presented. So if you need any encouragement, they're giving it to you.
Okay, good.
And Rick Sanford, in regards to the question about music festivals, he was actually at the 1988 Monsters of Rock, the big one with Van Halen and Metallica.
No, I bet that would have been great.
Where was that at?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.?
Monsters of Rock. I've been to my fair share of music festivals. I've been to Bonnaroo. I've actually performed in Bonnaroo. They had a comedy tent. Did the comedy there, you know. I've been to, I don't know what the name of it was, but it was at Walnut Creek Amphitheater in Raleigh. And they had Fleetwood Mac. They had REO Speedwagon. Big and Rich. So I love me some music festivals, but the one that's in the news, it's called Burning Man. I think it's been going on for 30 years or something. It takes place in the middle of a desert, in the middle of nowhere in Nevada, and I'm not sure exactly how it started, but I think the very first one or something. It's a desert. There's nothing there. It's a dry lake bed, is what it is. And they decided to have a party out there. And you get a lot of people who experiment with drugs, and they get naked, and they paint themselves.
Somebody said, I heard that you could buy breast milk there.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
It's one of those deals, huh?
Yeah, very hippie-ish.
It's a full community. So
It's a full community. It's like a new version of Woodstock, but in
On
the
steroids.
desert. It's very hippie-ish,
Yeah.
like Woodstock was hippies. This is a different kind of hippie. You know what I mean? Newer, different drugs. And they build this gigantic man out of wood and pallets and whatever they can find. And they're also environmentalists. Like, they're big on the environment.
Okay.
So at the end, they take everything that they were going to throw away and get rid of, and they build a man out of it, and they burn it. They just burn the man. It's
good
called
for the environment.
Burning Man.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, you know. So, since it was in the middle of a desert, and since it was in a dried up lake bed where water used to reside, it rained like hell. And it turned into a big old mud pie mosh pit. Elliot, what do you have for us today? I forgot that you have some stuff prepared.
Yes, indeed.
Can you project?
Yes, sir. Y'all ain't going to believe this one, boys. This took place in Black Rock Desert, Nevada at the historic Burning Man, a festival founded in 1986 by two really big Richard Pryor fans.
Because he caught himself on fire.
Yes, sir.
That was the joke. Did you write that one?
Yes, sir.
That was the joke. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I missed
You
it.
got to hit the joke, otherwise people will not understand what you're doing.
We have plenty more, yeah. Now, typically for one to experience Burning Man, it requires a shot of penicillin.
Oh, because
Yes.
penicillin is the
Sexual
drug that you use
diseases.
for
STD.
Mm-hmm.
an STD.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the subtlety. If your wooden man stands erect for more than 4 hours, seek medical attention. On Friday, the week-long festival was closed to vehicles after less than an inch of rain caused flooding and foot-deep mud.
Oh, my goodness.
This is the first time in history that less than an inch sent women screaming. Ironically, Marcus Stick in the Mud
Took me a
Stamos was
second.
nowhere to be found.
Good way to throw me in there.
The road closures came just before the first of two ceremonial fires, signaling an end to the festival. President Biden was even briefed on the situation, to which he replied, "There's a man on fire? I love Denzel Washington."
Wait a minute. What is that in reference to?
Movie. He was in
The movie Man on Fire. with
Man on
Denzel
Fire is the name of the movie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, real quick. What is
I
that
even
one
got
about?
that
I
one.
forgot.
Oh, about the kidnapping,
Yeah.
where he goes and
He-
kills everybody
he's a
who
bodyguard.
kidnapped
He
his
was
little
down and
girl
out,
he was
had to
protecting.
Hang on, guys. One at a time. Everybody's talking at
You
one
asked
time.
me.
Yeah, I'm asking him.
Yes.
What is Man on Fire about?
He is hired to protect a little girl down in Mexico to keep her from being kidnapped. And when she is kidnapped, he kills pretty much everyone who had anything to do with it.
And
Very
is it-
good movie.
So the on fire part is just anger.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Continue.
It's Burning Man's tradition to light a wooden man and temple on fire to symbolize self-expression and the rejection of capitalism.
Oh, here you go.
One of the principles they try to abide by is to leave no trace. Have you ever come inside your mama's house after a heavy downpour of rain and tried not to track muddy footprints all over her clean kitchen floor? Multiply that by 70,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. You seen the videos of this stuff?
Yes, sir.
They're putting bags on their feet.
Yeah, yeah.
They're getting stuck in there. It reminded me a little bit of. You've seen the Woodstock documentary, the newest
Oh,
one
yeah.
that came out.
Yes, sir.
Remember how they tried to do a Woodstock before that, but it got rained?
Yep.
There was a little part of that documentary where it rained real bad, and people started sliding in the mud.
Oh yeah.
The mud people. I assumed they were going to do that, but I haven't seen any footage of people wearing the mud, so I don't know if that happened. And I'm done.
Burning Man prides itself.
Oh, here we go.
Prides itself.
Here we go. Look at this video. Go ahead, Elliot. You can read as we're looking at this video.
All right. Burning Man prides itself on being a forum for self-expression, and they definitely expressed themselves this year. It looked like Woodstock with less feces and worse music. It was as if an army of 6-year-olds expressed themselves by making the world's biggest mud pie. Let's just hope little Billy doesn't try to eat this one. One of this year's attendees, which are affectionately referred to as burners, comedian Chris Rock, said he was just glad the man didn't slap him. That's one taste that would be hard to get out of his mouth. Remember, folks, the town might be small, but the mess was huge.
Okay, there you go. Now, usually we have Isaiah come up with something. Is that all you?
No, Isaiah helped too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Co-wrote it.
Isaiah couldn't be here. What was his excuse? I forgot.
He actually did have to work.
He had to work this
I confirmed
time.
it, yes, sir.
Something about cooking or something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was doing cooking while the others were taking class.
At Trinity Ridge still.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's look. We want you to know we're a live show, and how we do that is we read your comments. So I encourage you to leave a comment down here. If I don't read it today or at the end of tonight's show, I will read it next week. And here's some from last week. Aaron Robinson. He said, a homosexual is someone who only gets in relationships for a place to stay.
Home.
Oh, homosexual, not homosexual. I see what you did there, Aaron. I ain't mad at it. Lisa Savage. I'm just waiting on the new Exorcist movie, LOL. Have you seen clips of this, previews? They're making another Exorcist. It looks pretty dang good.
Yeah, it looks pretty scary.
Well, you know how the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer came out, and everybody was doing the double feature where they would go see both of them in one day, and they call it Barbenheimer. I'm going to go Barbenheimer, which means I'm going to watch Barbie and Oppenheimer. Now they're going to do that with the Exorcist movie and the Taylor Swift movie that's coming out. I don't know what they're calling this yet. Someone's going to come up with a name for it, I'm sure. Are you going to see those movies, Mark?
Come on, it's right there, John. It's X or Swift.
X or Swift. Thank you. Thank you, the Ella Jackson. Keith Hill, he says, we got rid of the penny a couple of years ago due to the actual cost of making the penny. Is this true?
I did not know that.
Did they stop making pennies?
But probably is. They probably cost him like more than a penny to make.
Maybe they use different metal or something.
I know they were talking about it, but I believe they are still printing them or minting them. But I do know that they're
Probably using less copper or something.
Yeah, they use like a metal blend, but it's not straight copper like it used to
I
be.
can't confirm or deny this, but this is what Keith Hill said. Bob Haynes, he said, yes, that is exactly right, John. Before a fight, people like to take shirts off so that they can't be grabbed. In fact, there is literally a jiu-jitsu move called the cross collar choke. Just as it sounds, the opponent's own shirt collar is used as a garrote to choke them out. What is that word? Garrote.
One of those things with a handle on either side and a rope.
But
in the middle.
how's it pronounced?
Garrett, I've always
Garrett. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Bob Haynes. Yes, I think that was in reference to the fight that happened in Alabama on that boat. You know, that big boat fight where the guy jumped out and some guys take their shirts off. That's a good move. You know, you don't want to mess your shirt up and you can't get grabbed. All right, listen. Let's take a quick break. We're going to come back here in a minute, and we're going to give money away to you people. I might even do 2 checks tonight. I haven't made up my mind yet. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more country-ish right after this.
This donkey ain't moving.
I thought it was a mule.
I thought it was a jackass.
Hey, stop being so stubborn. You want me to tell him? Make it a sun drop.
Well, that makes sense.
This thing's jammed again. Does anybody know how to fix a paper jam?
I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd make it a sun drop.
Thanks.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I'll tell you what y'all do.
What's going on here?
Y'all make it a sun drop. Remember, when you're in a tough spot, you make it a sun drop. Hey everybody, Captain John Reap here at your service, and I want you to go cruising with me on the Sea Amigos cruise, baby. Brand new ship, Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. It's the world's largest cruise ship. Come aboard! I'm expecting you November 5 through 11, baby. Comedy, karaoke, podcasting. Come get tropical with us in November. November the 5th, we leave out of Port Canaveral, Florida, and we're cruising to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, Cozumel, Mexico, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Roatan, Honduras. It's gonna be a breeze. We're doing an 80s, 90s karaoke themed night. Come dressed to impress for that. We're doing stand-up comedy from yours truly and other friends. And we're doing a VIP free cocktail meet and greet night. And I want you to come hang out with me on the Sea Amigos cruise. Book your cabin right now. Go to johnreap.com/cruise. We'll see you on the ship. All right, book your cabin. I think there might be some cabins left. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've looked upon it. Could be sold out. Anyway, I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. And if you've already booked your cabin, I know you're excited for it too. It's one of the best times we have. Let me ask you a question. Have you or your loved one ever worked with a chemical product called AFFF? AFFF. Fire foam? You know anything about this? For decades, many people believe the foam was safe to use, and many people in many working environments have been exposed to the foam in training simulations and in actual firefighting work. If you or a loved one used AFFF foam and have been diagnosed with cancer, our friends at STC Law Firm can represent you in a legal claim. There's very little time left to file your claim, and you could be awarded with life-changing amounts of money because this isn't a class action lawsuit, and you won't share your money with anybody else, no other people in the lawsuit. Chatter about those $5 checks you get in class action laws. This is way different. Every single person that was or is in the U.S. Navy may qualify. Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and many in the armed forces were routinely exposed. This even includes NASCAR crews who trained regularly with it, and many, many more. If you have questions or you're ready to get your claim in, give us a call at 844-470-1232. Call 844-470-1232. That's 844-470-1232. Get that money, right? Speaking of money,
Let's give away some.
let's give some money away to you people. This is not a class action lawsuit either. This is money that I've earned, but I'm going to give it to you. So I have these residual checks. This is what we do. I'm not just a great, hilarious comedian. I'm not just an amazing, award-winning podcaster. I'm also an actor. I've been in movies, sitcoms, commercials, adult films, voiceovers, you name it. I've done it. And they have to pay me every time they air them. They're called residual checks. I get them in the mail all the time. So I thought, let's make a game out of it. It's a little game.
We still do that? It's been so long.
It's a long time. That we like to call. How much is that Screen Actor Guild residual check? I messed it up. Anyway.
Oh, it's been a while.
That's fine. That's good times. All right. So, how many checks do we have there, Stamos?
I'm dizzy. Hold on a second.
Are you getting a lot headed?
2,
You swimmy headed?
It's about 7 of them.
All right. So let's take it to the comment section right now. Pick a number between 1 and 7. You at home right now, pick a number between 1 and 7. Now, Elliot, you had your hand up way before I said pick a number. So whatever number you have prepared for me, I know is pre-planned and will not use it. So, Ball,
Sorry,
you
Roseanne.
give me a number.
Sorry, Roseanne.
Still waiting. I just got a 3 from Jacob Triplet.
Okay. Check number 3, please. Was that Roseanne?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was.
Roseanne, don't try to pre-plan stuff on me. I love you. Roseanne Henshaw. Well, is that good? All right. Here's a check right here. I'm going to open this check. I'm going to tell you what it's for, what TV programs, and then you call in with a guess of how much the amount is. The closest person to the amount, I'm going to give you the check. We're going to take 3 calls at random. There should be a phone number down here. Start calling that phone number. We're going to take 3 calls at random, and you make a guess. Closest person to the actual amount wins the check. All right. So what we got here, this here is for Good Luck Charlie.
Oh, I love that one.
Did you ever see me in Good Luck Charlie?
I did see that. At the time, my son was a big Good Luck Charlie fan. We watched it all the time.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
I played a
Fun.
Goodwill worker.
You did.
And this episode's called Blanky Go Bye-Bye. They donated their child's blanket to Goodwill.
By accident.
Yep. And they wanted it back, and they had to deal with me. Mm-hmm. And I did not want to give them the blanket back. So this is for that episode, internet rental and electronic sell-through. Let's start. We're going to do some in-house guesses. That's how you know, because you might be thinking, well, I have no clue how much these, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Here's how you begin. We're going to do some in-house guesses. And then I'm going to tell you who was the closest in the room. And then that's how you gauge how you should be guessing. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, start with you, buddy. How much is this check?
I'll go $1.50.
$1.50? Mm-hmm. Okay, you're locked in. Ball.
I'm going to be a little bit more optimistic. I'm going to go $4.58.
4, 5,
$4.58. You're locked in. Elliot.
Well, first of all, did your posterior hydrosis ever clear up?
No, that character still has it. I am fine.
I'm glad to hear it. $5.12.
$5.12.
Yes, sir.
If I had to give this check away to someone in this room, the closest person would be Mark Ball.
Oh, that.
Ooh.
Mark Ball is the closest. So what was your guess?
$4.58.
There you go. So maybe keep that in mind, everybody. All right. Now, you might also be thinking, well, John, I'm not going to call in now because you'll never get to my call. You don't know. We don't do it in order. It's random. And how do you know it's random? We got the randomizer, the spinning ball of balls. And what this Mark is going to do is spin the ball of balls. He will select a ball that has a number on it, and that is the number of caller that we shall choose.
Yeah, it's not that easy as
So
it
it
looks.
doesn't matter when you called in. Right? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? All right,
Yep.
spin the ball of balls.
All right, here we go.
Marcus, and let's pick a number.
Oh, I had one pop out. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the one in the holder thing.
All right. And what is the number on
We
the ball?
have got
say?
number 16.
Caller number 16. All right, caller number 16, Deanna Jackson, whenever you're ready, let's let him in the room. Let's talk to caller number 16.
All right, they're in the room.
Hi there, this is John Reap. Who's this? Hello, you're on the show. Who are you?
TJ.
TJ?
Yes, sir.
All right, like Thomas Jefferson,
That's right. I tell people that all the time.
like Tijuana.
Holy cow.
Where are you from, buddy?
I live in Virginia.
Virginia's the state
not
for
here.
lovers.
Yes, sir.
I bet he knows Oliver.
Do you know
south of
Oliver from
Richmond.
Virginia?
No, I don't.
Are you north or south of Richmond?
Right smack in it, just north of.
Oh man,
It might be. He's talking about him. Talking about
May-
TJ.
may- what if this is him? What if this is actually Oliver?
I work in Richmond, so.
Can y'all turn him
So
up
you
a
kinda
little
look
bit?
like-
You
So
work
y'all kind
north?
of look like.
One more time, brother.
I work in Richmond.
Oh, you work in Richmond. Okay. What do you do?
Yeah. I'm a plumber.
Farmer?
Plumber.
For a while, yeah.
A plumber?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
I come unclog your toilet.
He said he'd come unclog your toilet.
oh, thank you, thank you. I find a lot of times we talk at the same time, and it's frustrating.
There's a delay there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of delay. Well, TJ, thank you for your service of unclogging things. Now, listen, this is a skilled thing, and he probably makes a lot of dang money because no one wants to learn a trade anymore.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't for
I
a
do
while.
pretty well. Should be taking my license test soon to get my master's. It's scheduled, just haven't taken it yet.
Okay. So how did you know about this show? Have you called in before?
No.
Okay.
Facebook, honestly, I just like comedy, and I've listened to your stuff plenty of times. I do a lot of driving with the plumbing, so I listen to a lot of comedy.
Can I ask him a question?
Yes, Mark Stamos has a question for you.
TJ, the most common thing that you unclog out of a toilet drain is I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know it's tampons. Correct?
Oh, of course.
See, how do I know
we call
that?
them stingrays.
They're called stingrays. How do I know that?
Stingrays! That's good.
They got the little tail on them.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Women, if you're listening, you need to take these things and roll them up in your tissue and throw them in the
Yeah.
trash can. Please do not flush sanitary napkins. Thank you.
Same with dude wipes.
And butt wipes. Yeah, you don't flush those either.
Yeah. But okay, let me ask you this, TJ. You're a professional
Yes, sir.
plumber. They have butt wipes that say they're flushable. Is that false advertising, or are there certain ones that are flushable?
Yes, they go down a toilet. But if you are on a septic system, no, do not use them. They don't break down like toilet paper.
Mm-hmm. So when
if
they're
there's
saying
anywhere in the sewer that it can sit, it will clog it up.
okay, so when I see baby wipes or butt wipes that say flushable, all they mean by that is technically yes, you can flush it, but it doesn't mean it will.
Yeah.
That means it doesn't mean it will dissolve.
Right.
Yeah, no, they don't dissolve.
Unless you're in the
I
city.
mean, I used to pump septic tanks too. They form like a 12-inch mat on the top.
Oh,
On a serious note, if you have a septic system, I dealt with that a lot.
yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, guys, we might have a class action lawsuit against butt wipes that have the word flushable on
I
them,
think you're onto something.
because that's a little bit misleading and false advertising, isn't it?
It is. Especially if you have a septic tank.
So what do you mean? What's the difference?
Septic tank, it goes into your yard underneath your grass.
Yeah.
The waste. The city goes and they pump it out to the.
So
you drink it.
So if you have septic versus city water, you can use butt wipes.
City, yeah, that's their problem,
No.
not yours.
Well, in the city, yeah, it's all going to go. But, you know, I bet some of the guys at the plants that treat that water coming back don't really appreciate
Right.
those
Yeah.
wipes.
I get it. So what you're saying is, if I own a home with my own septic tank, I need to worry about this
Yes.
because that's my problem.
Yeah.
If I'm on
100%.
city water, I don't have to worry because screw everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
much.
That's it.
All right, let's get back to this check. TJ, how much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
Oh, man. Do I get an over/under?
Well,
Well, you're the first one.
Mark
so.
Ball was the closest one in the room with his guess, which I'm not going to tell you what it was.
You said 468. Was there a decimal in there?
Yes, 4 point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you 323.
Okay.
$3.23. All right, we're going to put you on hold, TJ. Don't go anywhere. We got 2 more callers. But right now, you're winning. Put them on hold, the Alan Jackson. Let's spin the ball of balls. Let's get somebody else up in the show.
Okay, number 32.
Number 32. What number was that in football?
Come on down.
32. There's got to be a famous 32,
I don't
right?
think so. There's a 33.
Two's in the room.
All right. Hey, who's this? This is John Reap. Who are you?
Hey, this is Danny.
Hey, Danny. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Charlotte.
The Queen City, Charlotte, North Kakalaki, home of the Carolina Panthers, the Charlotte Hornets,
Checkers.
the Checkers, and
That's about it.
all kinds of mayhem. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, buddy. How you doing, John? This is Danny N.
Denny who?
Danny N. What's up, brother?
Denny End?
N.
In.
N.
How do you spell that?
N as in Nealon.
Oh, Denny
Denny
Nealon.
Nealand. Why are you saying Denny End?
He was saying the letter
Just
N,
messing with you,
the
man.
one that
How
comes
you
after
doing?
M.
Oh!
But he didn't say Nealon first.
He didn't want to say his whole name. I'm just now getting it, Danny. I'm so sorry. All right. I know this guy. We're good friends. In fact, some of you watching this have heard of this guy. When I tell the story of me getting my butt whipped around Easter time when I was dressed as a ninja, Danny was with me. And he was the one that pretended to get knocked out and laid there and watched
Come on, Danny.
Danny, can you verify this story?
Oh, I can verify it, John. That was a good time. We were back when we were like 11 years old.
Yeah, I mean we were.
Absolutely.
You were ninjas, man.
Yeah, we were little ninjas, but
You were breaking boards and shit, throwing ninja stars.
Yep. Then some Billy Badass decided we should not be killing bunny rabbits.
They weren't happy about that. You're
Yeah.
tearing up their ornaments.
Danny, it's so funny. We just had a plumber that was on the phone beforehand. We were talking about toilet paper and things that
Flushables,
dissolve. And Danny, what do you do for a living?
I sell toilet paper.
Wow, full circle.
That's why I asked this question, because there for a while Danny was, hooking us up with some coupons here and there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, Danny.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, John. There's a difference between flushable and septic. It's a little bit different than what the other guy was talking about.
Well, you broke up there. There's a difference between flushable and what?
And septic safe.
Septic safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
this?
If you can actually flush it down the toilet and it goes in the septic and actually decomposes a little bit.
And this is some sort of butt wipe?
Yeah. No, it's a term where if it's septic safe, you can
septic
actually
safe.
flush it.
Okay. So when I'm looking for butt wipes that are flushable, I need to be looking for the words septic safe.
You got it.
But
You got it.
your hand may go through it as you're wiping. Just be warned. That means it's
Hey,
cheaper
the first
to
time I got
spend.
All right.
Well,
You're gonna have a
in
mess
the
on your
in the
fingertip.
toilet paper world, Mark, we call it poke through.
Yeah.
Don't want any poke through.
Okay. All right. Well, Danny, good to hear from you again, buddy. I'm glad you called in. We got to play the game, though. How much is this check, brother?
John, that check is $3.72.
I love the suspense. $3.72. Not bad. Put him on hold, the Alan Jackson. Don't hang up, Danny or TJ. We got one more Caller, spin the ball of balls.
Last roll. Here we go.
Let's see. Who would be? Will this guy be the winner? Or is the winner already called in?
Number 12. What's the famous number 12?
Brady. Tom Brady was number 12.
Yep, not who I'm thinking of. The Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
Roethlisberger?
No, the older one than that.
Tom.
Staub.
No, shut up. Bradshaw.
Yes, Bradshaw. He was
Terry
12,
Bradshaw.
Yeah.
All right. Leon Jackson, let number 12 into the showroom.
All right, they're in the room.
All righty, this is John Reap with the Country-ish Podcast Show. Who are you?
Alicia Gallic.
Alicia, man?
Alicia.
All right. Where you calling from, Alicia?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, OH.
I-O.
There, see, that's how you know she's not lying.
Unfortunately, I heard who you like, so.
Yep.
Michigan. Very sad. Very sad.
Oh, too much your dad, yeah. Turn that
Oh,
down just
yes.
a little. Can you turn down just a hair?
Yeah,
Elliot?
each call's got a different volume. It's okay. Alicia, thanks for calling in from Cleveland, Ohio. What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm on disability now, but I was a lab tech. I worked in the hospital.
You're a lab tech. Okay. And what, do you mind me asking, what is your disability?
I have rheumatoid arthritis.
Now, what's the difference? I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny. I just don't know.
Oh, no, it's
What's the
it's
difference between
autoimmune
regular
disorder.
arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis?
Correct. So
No.
my body attacks itself pretty much. My body attacks my joints.
Okay. So I'm wondering what the difference between regular arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis is. Do you know?
Yes, rheumatoid is autoimmune, where osteo is like when you break something and then later on it forms arthritis around where you broke it, where my whole body and all my joints, I have arthritis in it because it degenerates.
Right.
The fluid in your joints will degenerate and it'll be bone on bone.
How long have you had that?
I was diagnosed when I was 29. I'm 41 now.
That's early.
Wow.
Must run in your family.
No, actually, because it's autoimmune, you actually get it early. Women get it early, where men will get it like after 50.
Well, is it painful?
Yes, very.
Yeah.
You get used to it though.
What kind of medication do they give you for that?
All kinds. I'm on like immune suppressant, like cancer drugs, that kind of stuff.
So where's she calling from?
Like you see Humira, on TV, like biologics, they're called. If
Oh.
you see Humira, like where it tells you that you can get cancer from it and all this stuff, I'm on those kind. It
Coble.
shuts my immune system down.
Did
'cause
you
my
hear
immune
what she
system
said?
is overactive.
Did you hear the word she used, Coble? Biologics.
I see.
Yes.
Like the hearing.
That's what was found in the UFO crash. Biologics. That's interesting.
Really?
Makes sense now.
Yeah, we do another podcast. I just started this other podcast called AI, Absolute Ignorance with John Reap. And we talk about sci-fi kind of tech, nerdy stuff, UFOs,
I watch all that.
artificial intelligence, all that good stuff. And one of the things we talked about was they had these UFO hearings, and the guy during the hearing was asked, "Did you find any life in the UFO crash?" He goes, "We found biologics." And I was like, "Well, what's biologic?" And I hadn't heard that word before until you just used it.
Yeah, it's my medicine. That's the type of medicine I'm on, which is very interesting then. I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
Her own AI.
Yeah, we're going to have you on AI sometime.
That's crazy.
Yeah, check out the new podcast, AI Absolute Ignorance with John Reap. Anywhere you can find a podcast, it is there. And we're having a good time doing it. Yes, Elliot.
Roseanne was asking, is that audio only or do you do a stream? But
It is
it's
audio only. It is not on YouTube. It is not on Facebook. It is just an audio podcast.
So there you go, Roseanne.
All right.
Perfect.
I forgot her name. Alicia.
Alicia.
All right,
Yes.
Alicia from Cleveland, Ohio, with rheumatoid arthritis and all kinds of medication. How much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
$391.
$3.91. Put her on hold, the Alan Jackson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fun part of the show. If this is the first time you've tuned in, you might not know this. I also have a disability. I cannot do math. I don't know how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and I'm pretty sure my friend Marcus does not either.
Pretty much in the same boat as you are. I took a relatively low math class in high school just to get by.
Low math class.
It was right near what they call resource.
That's fun to say. Low math class.
Yeah.
Say it with a lift.
Low math class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I took a low math class.
Yeah.
One of the lowest ones you could take, and I didn't need it.
So long story short, we don't know who the winner is because we don't do math.
Thank goodness we have somebody that can.
And what we do is we hand the check to Mark Ball, who runs it into the sound booth. He hands it to the Alan Jackson. Alan Jackson is a cyborg.
Yep.
He is part machine, and all he has to do, like a Wi-Fi or like a Bluetooth or an AirDrop type deal, he'll take the check and hold it up to his head and goes, and he knows who won like that.
It's the old Johnny Carson method.
Yeah, yeah. So, Alan, am I right about this?
Yeah, that's pretty much the way it works.
So you know who the winner is?
I do. I actually knew who the winner was before the check came back here.
Wow.
Oh my God.
He did go to Carolina.
He's anticipating things.
I did. I kind of, predicted.
Yeah. Wow.
So I got it. I already had it picked out. Even before this person called in,
He can think of it.
we already had it figured out.
I don't know if your mic is on. I can't hear you that great.
I'm not really talking into the mic much.
Okay.
Oh, you mean this microphone right here?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is that?
yeah.
Is that what I'm supposed to be using?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. I can still hear you through the glass, but I just
Yeah.
didn't know for audio purposes for later when it comes out. if
I
people-
don't really care. Nobody needs to hear me. So it's okay.
All right. Well, what's interesting is I still don't know who the winner is. Mark Ball doesn't know. Elliot doesn't know. Stamos doesn't know. The only person in the world who knows who won the check is the Alan Jackson. And if we're nice to him, if we sweet talk him, and maybe we bribe him somehow, maybe he will let us know who the winner is.
Was there any of that pizza left out there?
Yes.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes, there is. We have
There's a
3
piece.
slices left.
Okay, that sounds about right.
That's probably Alan's supper. He's probably not had supper yet.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Well, okay, so in return, I'll give you the pizza. You tell us who won?
Yes, we can do that.
Good job. Not now. It's okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm keeping my eye on it though. I see where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Don't
right.
breathe on it.
Well, the Alan Jackson, whenever you're ready.
All right.
I say now's a good time.
To fulfill my part of the trade, the bargain,
Yeah, you go first.
I'm going to let the winner in the room, and the winner is now being let into the room. So this person is now on the line. If they just heard the little beep that they're on the line.
All right. Hey there. I'm John Reap again.
Hi, it's Alicia.
Alicia. All right. Congratulations, Alicia. You were the closest
Thanks.
one. And what was your guess?
$3.91.
The actual amount of this check is $4.43. Look at that. I'm holding it up to the camera and my finger's pointed right at the amount. That way you know I ain't lying to you. I'm not joshing. There it is. That's the actual check. Check is yours,
Awesome.
Alicia. Congratulations. We have one question for you. What are you going to do with my cash?
What was that?
We
I
screamed
didn't
at
even understand a word you said.
we screamed at you. What are you going to do with all that cash?
Oh my. Get a gallon of gas.
1 gallon of gas. There you go.
That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, you can keep the check, or you can play Let's Make a Deal and go for an item in the mystery box of merchandise.
Oh geez. This is my first time watching your show, so I don't know what that is.
Exactly.
Sure, we'll go with
That's
that.
why I used the word mystery.
We'll do the mystery.
All right, let me look what's in the mystery box of merchandise down here. Whoa! Look at this. It's a clapper thingy. You hold it like this, and it claps.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
I can give it to my daughter.
You're going to get this and drive your dogs crazy. We'll also get you a John Reeps CD and a coaster and a koozie. How's that?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Alicia. All right. And thank you all for playing. How much is the fuel check? All right. All righty then. I say it's time for our dismount, guys. Happy National Cheese Pizza Day, everybody. And Alan Jackson, too, gets to enjoy his cheese pizza. Happy National National Another Look Unlimited Day. What the hell? That's dumb. It's just basically the opposite of spring cleaning. It's fall cleaning. And they thought they'd make a day out of it and call it Another Look Unlimited Day. That is so stupid. Also, National Be Late for Something Day. And that is what Isaiah is celebrating. And in fact, he's absent day. That's what he's doing.
AWOL.
All right. If you got any questions or comments that you want me to read on this episode, you better put it in there now. In fact, I'll go to the guys now. Is there anything that I need to say on behalf of the watchers, viewers, listeners that are joining us live in this current moment in time?
Well, we pretty much covered it earlier. Sarge and I would like to wish a very happy birthday to our buddy Tony Bullard. And we'd also like to give a shout out to our new viewer, Paige Cook. And besides, all of the loss in this room, there are a lot of people in the Countryish family are going through some hard times now, dealing with cancer, the loss of their pets, and death of a loved one. So please pray for the entire family.
There you go.
We appreciate it.
Ball, anything?
I just want to thank everybody between the different cards, messages, texts, different things like that. There was a lot of stuff that was shared leading up to it that I shared with my dad, and he took it to heart. So, from my family to yours, appreciate it.
Yeah. So. Stamos?
I'm straight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
good.
I don't know about that. That's to be determined.
Not too sure.
Plug some tour dates, why don't we? I'll be in Nashville, Tennessee, September the 9th at the Grand Ole Opry. That's right. Come see your boy on the Grand Ole Opry stage, September the 9th. And then my next gig after that won't be until October. I'll be in Lenoir, North Carolina. Lenoir, look at Elliot. That's right, at the Broyhill Center. We're doing a big show at the Broyhill Center. That is October the 21st.
You sold that out the last time you played, didn't you?
Well, don't put that pressure back on me, dude.
Sorry. It's not pressure, it's encouragement.
Yeah.
Elliot be on the highway selling tickets.
You know I will.
Remember, we're not just a live show. We're also a regular podcast for your ear holes, your sound canals, your listening lobes. Apple Podcast, yep. Spotify, yep. Pandora, iHeart, Google. Anywhere there's a podcast, we're there. Help us out. Write us a nice review and give us 5 stars. All right? You can even be a Patreon supporter if you want to give us some money. Help us keep the lights on. You can do that. Go to countryish.com, click on support, and sign up. Alrighty. All right. Anything in the booth, guys? We good in there?
Yeah, we're all good, John.
All right. Again, I also want to say thank you for being patient these last couple of weeks. You know what's been going on. So thank you for that. Don't forget to hit the share button. Now is a great time to hit the share button because it's pretty much over. Don't just wad it up and throw it away. Pass it on to somebody else. It costs you $0. All right, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. We'll be back here next week. Till then, I'm John Reep saying, bicycle.
Countryish. Well, a simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm countryish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for countryish. Go on,
Hey everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite. And all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.